Well, hey there guys, and welcome back. On this week's show, money-making projects that you can make with the Longer Ray 5 10-watt laser engraver. Well, it is absolutely no secret that laser engravers are not cheap, and while the Longer Ray 5 is more economically priced than some of the lasers out there on the market, it's still a fair chunk of change. So if you're going to put that kind of money out, hopefully you can make some projects to sell that would compensate or help you compensate the price of that laser, and maybe reduce the price of it, get a little bit of that money back. And that's what we're going to talk about today. I've made several projects on the Longer Ray 5, and I've been able to sell quite a few to make a bit of extra coin. So let's have a look at the type of projects that you can make to make a bit of extra money. Well, the first project that I want to show you is something that everybody has a use for, and what that is a clock. Guys, these projects really lend themselves to an unlimited amount of customizing. If you know someone that has an interest and you know their interest, you can very easily make a clock using images that you find on the internet. This particular clock, I found a free pattern online for it. I plugged it into the Ray 5 and basically placed the 1/8 inch plywood into the laser, pressed start, and ended up with this. The only thing I had to do, of course, was add the motor and paint the backer board of the globe. But what a gorgeous little clock here. Only took about 45 minutes to make all in all, but just a great looking item and easily sellable, guys, easily sellable. Now, on last week's show with my last minute gift ideas, one of the things I showed you was making these custom keychains. Just a quick little cute, easy keychain. They look great. They're a lot of fun. But guys, these are a gold mine. People love to buy keychains. They're a quick sell, easy sell item. Again, that are very easily and very quickly modifiable to be anything. Being able to find a custom keychain for their son or daughter or uncle or aunt or mom or dad is an awesome thing, and they eat this stuff up. And why not? They're great. So honestly, keychains are, don't mean to repeat myself from last week, but an easy, quick, inexpensive, quick sale project that people absolutely love. Another one that I showed you last week, and again, I don't mean to repeat myself, but they are a great selling item, and that would be the custom wooden coasters. For very little material and very little time, very little effort, you can get a really nice looking set of coasters that sell really well. Total amount of material here for this entire set was probably about $6. Maybe not even that. It was $6, maybe $5. However, you could easily sell it for $10. So another way to make some money to compensate the price of your laser, or even make a little extra money for yourself on the side. Buy yourself some new tools for the shop. But coasters, custom wooden coasters, sell like hotcakes. So while we're on the subject of coasters, I give you one of these, and this is a Slate Coaster. It already comes kind of assembled with these feet on the bottom of it so that they don't mar the surface of the table. They're a 4-inch by 4-inch coaster made of slate with this chiseled edge on the sides. And guys, I was able to get these for less than $7 for a set of 4. So what you can do is you can take your Longer Ray 5 and you want to do a test grid. Now these test grids will show you how at different speeds and different powers, how they will engrave on the Slate Coaster. And from there, you're able to pick out what settings you want to use with your Longer Ray 5 in order to engrave your slate. And I'm telling you, just like the clocks, just like the wooden coasters, just like the keychains, these things are so customizable, it is not even funny. You can really hit a select market group. In this case, it's for off-road enthusiasts, but you can hit a select group of people, whether they like music, whether they like guitars. I've done these for ukulele groups. I've done these for off-road groups. I've done them for music lovers. Guys, they sell really well. And for these, for a set of 4 Slate coasters, I sell these for $25 a set. And although it does take a bit of time to engrave them, you could be working on other things while they're engraving, and at less than $7 for a set, you can do the math that there's quite a large profit margin there. So these are a huge seller, great gift idea, great way to make money. The one thing that I will suggest, though, if you're using the longer Ray 5 or any laser for that matter, is that these Slate coasters do have the tendency to have inconsistencies in their thickness. This one is a lot thinner than this one here, and this one here is a lot thinner than this one here. So because of that, what I would truly suggest is that you focus your laser before each burn. That way you are getting the optimum use out of your laser and the optimum performance. You really need that focus dialed in so that you get the great results. But guys, Slate coasters, set of 4, money making. Without a doubt, money making. Find the group, you design your coasters, get them out there, and you will sell them. If you're looking to make a few extra bucks and you want something that looks pretty darn impressive, how about some of these? Now guys, what these are candle lanterns. So you would place a candle in here. Now I don't like the idea of placing tea lights in something like this one here. I also don't like the idea of placing another candle in here. So at a warehouse clearance sale, I was able to pick up these, and this is a battery operated candle and it glows and flickers. It's hard to tell with the bright lights of the shop, but I'll pan off and show you how this looks, you know, in an unlit room when it's not like floodlights like what we've got filming here. But the top of this holder comes off and this candle just sits in here like that, and this sits back in place. And even with the price of the candle, this is still such an economical project to make and sells really, really well. I was quite pleased with how much these sell. And because they use little material and the candle is so inexpensive, you are able to really play around with the price to make it attractive for people to purchase these. As for this one here, again, same thing. This one here has a door that opens in the front, another cute little feature, but with a battery operated tea light, you can just place that inside there, close up your door, and again, although it does not show with the lights of the shop, I'll just pan away here to show you how well this does light up. There you go. Look at that. That is just an excellent project and an excellent money maker. I can't tell you how much these things sell. So here's the thing. Don't leave them like this. These aren't finished for me. I think that these would look great with a coat of white paint. So, you know, some spray paint on there, give them a coating of white. I think they would look spectacular. This one here, maybe save it for a Christmas ornament with maybe a little bit of holly up here at the top, or a small little decorative poinsettia. Either way, just a wonderful item. And so candle holders, or candle lanterns in this case, another great way to make money with your laser. Another project that does really well when it comes to sales is custom ornaments. You don't even need a lot of designs, but anything that would come along that would provide a name where they could customize it to their child's or their gift recipient's name is a huge way to make money with your laser. Anything that you can customize, and these ornaments are a perfect example. It takes about 5 to 10 seconds to change the name in these to one that would be for the person who's purchasing it, and you can very easily click the file. It takes less than 5 minutes to cut one of these ornaments. A very small amount of material here, as you can see. And honestly, let's say you're doing a little craft show at your local bazaar or your local fair. The lasers are small enough now, especially the longer Ray 5, you could bring it with you, put your piece of wood in there and cut the people their custom ornament right there on the spot, cut to order. It's an amazing way to do things because honestly, you don't have to keep stock. You don't have to store these things and have them get stale and not sell over the time. But if you have a couple examples there, you can very easily with your laptop pop in the name, cut this, and make your money right on the spot, knowing that you have a guaranteed sale. Guys, customized ornaments are just a fantastic way to make a few extra bucks. Now, another project that does really well in the sales department is custom picture frames. And I have one here that I'm working on. It's not quite done yet, but it'll give you an idea of what it looks like when you're in the production stages. So it has 3 base pieces, this one here, and then one a little smaller and another one a little smaller than that, and they just sit on top of each other, and you just glue these together. Then we have our main frame kind of holder, and that is this little scene right here with the tree and the couple on the bench, couple hearts here. There's actually a couple of laser engraved hearts that will hang from the tree, and this will sit in the base. Just like that. It'll get glued in place there. And on top of this main frame will be a contrasting color of an external frame, and that will get glued on top of that, just like that. And on the back then, the laser also cut some photo turns that will go on the back that will hold everything together and keep your pictures in the frame. But just, there's no paint on it, but you can see how this would be attractive to people who are looking for something unique, for something different, for a custom frame idea, and they sell rather well. Very little material used to make it. Low cost, high profit project, and honestly, people that buy this frame really, really like it. This last project that I want to show you is quite possibly the easiest project I have ever made on the laser. And what that is this. And you may be saying, what the heck is that? Guys, this is a puzzle. Quite possibly one of the hardest puzzles to solve that I have ever done. I actually didn't think I was going to get it put back together before the show. But I managed to get it together last night. And let me just pop out one of these pieces here. I don't want to pop them all out because I want to save it intact for now. But it has varying sizes of pieces that are somewhat like this. This is one of the smaller pieces. And you need to, of course, put them in here so that it makes the whole thing solid. There are larger versions of the puzzle pieces. Here, I'll pop one out. There you go. There's another kind of a medium-sized piece. And there are even larger ones than that. And of course, they fit in different spots. Multiple pieces will fit in the same spot, but there's only one solution. Guys, people love puzzles. I don't know what it is about them, but they just love it. Now, an alternative to this is that before doing the cutting, you could laser engrave a picture over top of it. It could be a line drawing, it could be a portrait, it could be a picture of somebody's home who, you know, their old family house that they lived in when they were a child. You could engrave that first, then do the cutting. It would make the puzzle a lot easier, but this thing is challenging. Very little material. It took 2 thin pieces applied to make this. I put it in the laser, pushed a button, and basically worked on something else while this was going in the longer Ray 5. So guys, puzzles are an amazing way. People love them. They're an amazing way to make a few extra dollars to help with the price of your laser. And there you have it. Projects that can make you money with the longer Ray 5 10-watt laser engraver. Guys, this is an opportunity. An opportunity to be able to take your craft and to be able to take your skill set and manipulate it in such a way to make yourself a few extra dollars. Now, I'm not going to say you're going to become rich off of cutting stuff with your laser engraver, but what I will say is that I think you will be pleasantly surprised that as long as you apply yourself, I mean, you can make a few dollars and seriously reduce the price of your laser. Maybe even over a little bit of time be able to recoup the entire price. It doesn't take much to do, to be completely honest with you. All it takes is putting yourself out there and taking a chance on making it. Now, I would not suggest going crazy and making a ton of Slate coasters and trying to sell them. That doesn't work. What does work is to have a few sets as examples, and you can take orders and then make those Slate coasters and engrave them for the people custom. You know you have a guaranteed sale there, and then you're not left with stock. You also want to think about the customizing. Again, take orders. Don't try to make a bunch of keychains or a bunch of ornaments with every name you can think of. That is a disaster waiting to happen. But to be able to take orders and make custom keychains or ornaments for the people that are ordering them, and you can make them right then and there, again, guaranteed sale, no stock to hang on to. All you really need is the material to make it out of, and that takes up very little space. So it's a win-win for you. The other thing, some of you may be saying, you know what, Kenny, I'm not that artistic. I'm not, and while I am a creative person and I do have artistic ability, all of these projects, with the exception of the Slate coasters, those ones I put together myself from images on the internet, every other project was a free download off the internet. I designed none of it. I haven't got a clue who designed it. Not a clue. It is on a free laser engraving website. I will place the link to that site down below, as well as the link for you to, if you're interested, to get yourself a longer Ray 5 10-watt engraver. But guys, the bottom line is, just because you have your tools, it doesn't mean that you can't take them and turn them around to your advantage. Not everything has to be made for you to have hanging around the house. Sometimes you can make things to sell or give away just for the fun of it. Guys, I want to thank you so much for tuning in. I want to thank Longer for sending me out this Ray 5 to play around with. I've been having a lot of fun with it. Made a lot of very interesting projects and a wide variety of them as well. I really like the way this thing performs, and with every project I've made, I've had good results so far. If you haven't already, guys, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. You click the bell and then you won't miss the notifications of future episodes of the show. As I said earlier, guys, I will place a link down below for the longer Ray 5. If you are interested in that engraver, you can click that link and check it out for yourselves. I want to thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I hope that you're going to try to make some money with your engraver or with your tools. I hope that you've enjoyed today's content. And more importantly, I hope that you're going to join me again next week when I bring you yet another Alternative Tuesdays.